The pandemic has seen an explosion in online education, but also cheating. A CBS News investigation found an industry in Kenya that thrives on American students who pay to cheat. Kenyan writers complete college-level assignments. The practice is known as contract cheating. It's illegal in 17 states.
As most Kenyans go to bed every night, thousands of youths remain awake to ensure American college students pass their exams. It is something they are paid to do. They stay up to beat tight deadlines and make sure their employers, who are the American students, attain the highest scores possible. The higher you score, the more work you can do, and finally, the more money you will make. An exam could yield thousands of dollars, and the industry is luring more Kenyan youth into the exam cheating business. The practice is illegal, but it continues to see an outburst during the COVID-19 pandemic as online learning has gained steam. For these writers, helping American college students complete their coursework is just a source of income, nothing more. Yet thousands of American students graduate annually with degrees they did not work for. Africa Equity Media spoke to two men who have been in the industry for a while. They sought anonymity.
3 years ago, I finished school and going to the world, I really looked for a job. Having the qualifications I had and the skills I had, I really looked for a good job to sustain me and to help me live my daily life, but I could not find anything. But I went to my friends and my classmates, who some were already working, and to know what they were doing, and I found out about the online writing, and a couple of friends introduced me to it, and soon enough I went and delved into what I studied in, and in doing so, I got to have a lot of work, and it paid me well, and I got to have a way of surviving here in Nairobi, where I stay. And so far, so good. It has been well, and I can't complain. I worked from office to office looking for jobs. I went to the internet and searched and searched. I looked at groups where I am in WhatsApp, where they post the jobs. I really applied and applied, but regret after regret continued coming, and it wasn't really fulfilling. And being showed another way of getting the money, it really and it being feasible, it was really good, and I delved into it, and it solved a lot of the problems I had, since it gave me money. In my undergraduate, I majored in computer science. I taught myself a lot of programming languages when I finished, as those are the skills that were needed in doing the online writing. I also taught myself data analysis, since a lot of the jobs were around it, and the jobs I've done are a little past 500, and they have served me well. Jobs, I've also done theses for master's students revolving around network analysis and data visualizations, and they pay well, and for sure online writing is something that really pays well and can really help you move from day to day in your life.
Most youths in Kenya actually do online writing, and this is because the unemployment rate in this country, that is Kenya, is very high. And many graduates finish school and they lack jobs. So this is a form of employment for most youths. Because of COVID, some people were laid off from their jobs. So they looked for online writing as it is easy to get a job from there and earn money from it.
Separately, a young man with just a degree revealed that he has helped American students ace entire PhDs. All he needed was a login key to access the university exam portal and help the students pass their exams. No one will know it is a different person.
I've been doing online writing for some time. I have a degree in Bachelor of Science Biochemistry. I graduated in 2014. Started looking for work for about 2 years, was not successful. And then I got introduced to online writing around 2016. It's what I've been doing. I started doing part-time and then full-time until now. It's what I've been doing. As a beginner, if you're writing for an employer, you are paid about $250 per page, and then $300 per page after some time. But again, if there are some urgent orders or some that are technical, you can be paid $350 to $400. So it depends on the type of work that you're given. But currently I have an account, and the CPP, that's cost per page that we get, you can get from about $5 to $6. And for urgent orders, it can be about $8 to $9 or $10. So far, I have handled some projects in master's level, dissertations and theses in the PhD level. So the biggest ones I've done about 8 of them, 7 for PhD and 1 for master's level. The ones that were quite technical. Well, for online writing accounts, there are different companies, so the prices differ from one company to another. And again, it depends on the quality and the level of the account. So you can get an account from as cheap as 20,000, but most of the good accounts, they range between 80,000 Kenya shillings to 200,000 Kenya shillings. And of course, there are those that are quite expensive, the very high level ones that cost about 700 to even a million Kenya shillings. For employees, again, it depends on the type of the account that one has, because there is a limit of the number of orders you can take. And again, it also depends on the season. During the high season, the number of orders are quite many. So if you are business minded, you want to make more profit, you'll have to have more employees. So the more employees you have, the more money you'd make. So for a general account that has about 7 to 10 orders limit, you can have about 8 to 12 employees for a good account. But again, for a basic employer, you can use about 2 to 5 employees and you can realize some good profits.
Youths in Kenya actually do online writing, and this is because there's a very, very high unemployment rate in the country, and most graduates do not have jobs, so they're forced to do this online works to provide for their daily needs.
Jobs are there in Kenya, but the employment rate is just minimal. There's corona and everything, and people have been laid off from companies, people have been fired, and it's not easy getting an office job or being employed somewhere. But having the online writing to serve you, that serves well, as it pays good and it enables me to go by in my daily life.
For an account owner, you have to be online almost the whole time, because you have to look for orders. And most orders are posted at night from about 2 a.m. to 4 or 5 a.m. So mostly at night you have to be awake. But generally you have to be online almost all the time, because once you take an order, you have to check the progress even throughout the day. So you can sleep for about 2 to 3 hours in a day on a high season.
In Kenya, if you've passed through campus, that is university, you most likely have a laptop. because most people who pass through this higher institution are required to have laptops for use in school. So you find out that when they finish school, they have a laptop, which means that's something they can use to make money. And since internet is readily available in the country, it is easy to pursue this job. The education system in Kenya is thorough, and anyone who has passed through secondary school is well equipped to write things like essays and these basic assignments. So it's sort of an easy way of earning money for guys, the youths, that is.
Those we spoke to revealed that the industry is one that will never die, as most writers have already established relations with their overseas employers.